in a dirty world. Dirty, 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 dirty world. Talking clean in a dirty world.
Guys, that's all I had, unless you have something that you want to throw in and throw up for discussion.
Well, Javier could take care of that. He's had 4 days in Louisiana.
Oh boy. It was fun. I ate enough crawfish to go around for a while. So
there you go.
That was good.
Did you stay on the main thing?
Bobby, we were off of Bourbon, not actually on Bourbon. We were on, what's the name of that street? Chartres or something, one of those there. It's the Hilton. It was a Hilton that was there. Hilton Garden Inn that was there. It was actually a very nice hotel. It was built into an old building. It used to be an old federal building that they remodeled, and Hilton got it and all that stuff. But we were probably about 2.5 blocks from the main Bourbon Street, right there where all the the clubs and the restaurants and all that stuff.
He was close enough to be indoctrinated.
Yeah.
So you into music? Did you go out to the?
I did. I listened to a lot of nice jazz. There was a couple of good groups at a couple different places. But what I really truly enjoyed, which I had never been to before, was a Louisiana State Jazz Museum, where it's. I thought when my wife and I went, we thought it was just a Louisiana State Museum that was just going to be about stuff about Louisiana. But no, this is just about focused on jazz. And I mean, I happen to love jazz. I'm a big jazz fan, and when I saw all these exhibits about Louis Armstrong and Louis Prima and, all these guys throughout the years, Miles Davis and all this stuff, I was blown away by it. I was like, wow, this is so cool, man. I mean, but that was my favorite.
How long were you in? How long did that take?
It's about 2 hours or so.
Yeah.
To go through it, everything, one by one. And it's 2-story building. Oh, and they had a free live jazz concert upstairs on the 3rd level. Oh, wow. So when you would, you could work your way up, or you could work your way down. But we worked our way down. We started to look at the jazz concert as well. And there was four-piece band, guys, the brass and drums, and then the piano guy, and then of course the singer. And it was good. I mean, those guys. That's one thing about that town. They know their music and they know their food.
Yeah,
it's true. What's the history of jazz, Javier? When did it actually come about?
Well, there's a mixed opinion on that, Don. Usually, it did originate in the areas of Louisiana and New Orleans and stuff like that. There was a lot of
1900s or what?
No, it goes back further than that. It's in the mid to late 1800s is when it first, and it was a correlation of different music styles. You had just a bunch of different people that played different instruments, but that southern, or I don't want to say southern, but that twang that jazz has and all that, it was a combination of different cultures. So you had a lot of people that in that area in New Orleans where it started that come from a French background, and then you got people that came from African American people that had their background. So you kind of had all this combination of different instruments and stuff, and then they would put all this together, and that's kind of how jazz started, and it started in little hole in the wall places too, and sometimes just on the street, a bunch of guys would get together and just start doing something until it sounded good.
Yeah, they call them jam sessions. I still love to do them today.
Yeah,
exactly, Dave. That's absolutely right.
Hey, did you get the chance to go to the aquarium downtown?
I did, and it was awesome. It was really neat. I enjoyed that. They had this. They had the aquarium, and then they had it's called Insectopia or Insect something exhibit of all these weird different bugs. I wasn't too big on that one.
That was dinner for the night. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we spent a lot of times down in New Orleans, and if you get outside of the town, they have a wonderful botanical garden area of things. It's just great. But getting outside of town and looking at some of the history of Louisiana, we actually went down to the Tabasco factory, and I got to tell you, that's interesting.
That's at Avery Island, right? It's the island off the coast.
Down Avery Island.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the history of that in itself, and Avery Island and how Tabasco got started, is just absolutely astounding.
Yeah, that was one thing that we talked about doing it, but we're gonna have to do that on our next trip. The problem is that there's so much to do, and so much if you're into all kinds of different things like that, historical stuff, and in places. Oh, one thing that I forgot to mention to you guys. One thing we did do that I think I probably enjoyed the most was we took the boat across the Mississippi, the riverboat, the Natchez or whatever it's called. That it's kind of like, have live jazz on the boat or whatnot. They have a lunch. If you want to eat, you can. If not, you don't have to. And it sails down, the Mississippi down for about an hour, hour and a half, and then it rotates and it comes back around. But it was really cool because you could see the separation where in the distance where Lake Pontchartrain and the Mississippi River kind of the inlet meet, and then of course it all dumps out into the Gulf of Mexico. But I thought it was cool.
Very nice.
Did you get to go to the most further point south?
No, I didn't. They didn't do that, unfortunately, Dave. I wish, but no.
I think that's in Key West, Dave. I think.
I thought that was in Key West.
No, they have run Louisiana too, but it is Key West. It's further south, but
yeah, southernmost point.
Yeah, well, you need to make a little cut here for Javier's review of New Orleans.
Yeah,
jazz history.
Hey, I was letting it run. Folks. You're gonna get something that was not scripted in it. We didn't even know what was coming up, but hey, had to talk about Javier and vacation time. And
we should do a road trip.
Javier, here's my point though. I thought about this and I thought this was perfect because we've talked about BSCs a lot. And one of the things we talk about is making profit. And making profit is being able to go on vacation like you and your wife did. This isn't the only one you've done, and still come back and have a viable business to run. And my congratulations to you and your wife for putting that together, making it happen. And I think you're past your 5-year anniversary, correct?
We are. We are at 6 now, almost 6.
Do you know how many cleaning businesses never make their 5th year anniversary? 60%. So you're way ahead of the margin there, my friend. Kudos to you.
Thank you, Dave. I appreciate it. My wife said, well, the thing is that, we just work hard, and we're serious about what we do, and that's, I think that's the recipe. It's always been a recipe for doing things. And, my wife comes from a background that, in 20 something years that she was a professional manager for restaurants, she knows what it is to have to be diligent in business and, myself too. So, we just, like I said, it's just, we look at it as this is our life, this is what we do, and we're going to try to be the best that we can at it. So it is. And then just let the good Lord take it from there.
There you go.
Man.
Anything else, guys? I got restrooms to go and clean. So, hey, that's where I'm going to spend my afternoon.
I got a restroom to go and fill.
I got some dirty. Hey, Bobby, did I tell you that Pat has a customer that wants to come and participate this afternoon?
Just help clean?
Yeah, he wants apparently a person and Pat. They both want to help clean the bathrooms. They want to see how the kayak works cleaning bathrooms. I said, you know what? I have no problem.
There you go.
So good. I guess we're going to have an impromptu class this afternoon.
Good. Great.
Are you going to come up and help me set up the classroom?
No. All right. So good talking to you. Time to leave the studio.
All right.
I guess I know what I'm going to do by myself now, right?
That'll help you.
We don't want to know that either.
Yeah.